Everyone, and welcome to Election Night 2020. Tonight we have the incumbent president versus the progressive star of the Democratic Party, Elizabeth Warren, from the great state of Massachusetts. It is now time for the 7 p.m. poll closings. Out of the state of Vermont, Elizabeth Warren is the projected winner of Bernie Sanders' home state with their 3 electoral votes. Out of the state of South Carolina, Donald Trump will pick up their 9 electoral votes. Out of the state of Indiana, Vice President Mike Pence's home state, 11 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Now, to the state of Kentucky, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's home state, 8 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Now, to the state of Georgia, a much earlier call than in 2016, 16 electoral votes lands with the Trump column tonight. And out of the state of Virginia, a Clinton state from 2016 is currently too close to call, Donald Trump outperforming margins in 2016. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has a lead of 44 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 3. It is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we can now make a projection out of the state of West Virginia. Out of the state of West Virginia, Donald Trump is the projected winner of their 5 electoral votes. Now, to the state of Ohio, it is too close to call, a Trump state from 2016, 18 electoral votes at stake. Now, to the key state of North Carolina, 15 electoral votes at stake, Donald Trump with a slim lead. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has 49 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 3. It is now 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we can now make many major projections. Out of the state of Tennessee, Donald Trump is the projected winner of their 11 electoral votes. Out of the state of Alabama, 9 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Out of the state of Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Now to the state of Mississippi, 6 electoral votes, no surprise here, Donald Trump the expected winner. Out of the state of Missouri, 10 electoral votes will go to President Trump. Now to the state of Maine, the 2nd congressional district is now projected to go to President Trump. The other 2 electoral votes from the Maine at-large are too close to call, and we will make a projection in the other part of Maine in a second. The state of Illinois will go to Elizabeth Warren, 20 electoral votes. Out of the state of Maryland, the most Democratic state in the Union, 10 electoral votes will land in the Warren column. In the state of New Jersey, 14 electoral votes will land in Senator Warren tonight. Out of the state of Connecticut, Senator Warren is the projected winner of their 7 electoral votes, no surprise here. Out of the state of Rhode Island, 4 electoral votes will land with Elizabeth Warren tonight. Now to the state of Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren's home state overwhelmingly voting for her, 11 electoral votes. Now to the District of Columbia, 3 electoral votes will go to Elizabeth Warren. Out of the state of Maine, 1 out of the 4 electoral votes from the 1st congressional district will go to Elizabeth Warren. And out of the state of Florida, it is too close to call. Elizabeth Warren has a slim lead. And out of the state of Pennsylvania, it is also too close to call. 20 electoral votes, key race here. Elizabeth Warren is in the lead. And out of the state of Maine, it is too close to call in their at-large district. Elizabeth Warren is ahead of Donald Trump by less than 1%. Now to the state of New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes are too close to call. Elizabeth Warren with around 11% lead. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump leads at 93 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 76. It is now 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We can now call the state of Arkansas. The state of Arkansas will go to Donald Trump, 6 electoral votes. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump is 1 electoral vote away from the 100 barrier, 99 electoral votes for him to 76 for Elizabeth Warren. It is now 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We can now make some major projections with a huge new batch of poll closings. Out of the state of Louisiana, Donald Trump is the projected winner of their 8 electoral votes. Out of the state of Texas, 38 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Now the state of Kansas, 6 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. No surprise, out of the state of Nebraska, all 5 of their electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. The Democrats thought they could make the state competitive, however they were wrong. Out of the state of South Dakota, Donald Trump the expected winner of their 3 electoral votes. And so does North Dakota go to Donald Trump with another 3 electoral votes. Now the state of Wyoming, 3 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. And out of the state of Arizona, a much earlier call than in 2016. Remember, the state of Wisconsin in 2016 was called before the state of Arizona. Now Arizona is being called at poll closing time. 11 electoral votes will land with Donald Trump. And out of the state of New York, Elizabeth Warren is the projected winner of their 29 electoral votes. Now to the state of New Mexico, Elizabeth Warren will pick up their 5 electoral votes. Out of the state of Colorado, it is too close to call. Elizabeth Warren has a small lead. Out of the state of Wisconsin, Donald Trump is leading in the state 10 electoral votes that previously went to him before. Out of the state of Minnesota, Donald Trump with an impressive 4% lead. Out of the state of Michigan, 16 electoral votes at stake. Trending more Democratic, interestingly, over 50-50 an exact tie between Donald Trump and Elizabeth Warren. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump leads at 176 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 110. It is now 9:34 p.m. Eastern Time. We can now make some state calls out of the states of Ohio, North Carolina, and New Hampshire. Out of the state of North Carolina, Donald Trump will pick up their 15 electoral votes in a decisive victory. Out of the state of Ohio, remember, no Republican has won the White House without the state of Ohio. 18 electoral votes will land in the Donald Trump column tonight. And out of the state of New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes will go to Senator Warren. Her northeastern appeal is really helping her in the state. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has now broken the 200 barrier with 209 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 114. It is now 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We can now make projections out of the few states on your screen now. Out of the state of Montana, Donald Trump will carry their 3 electoral votes. Out of the state of Utah, 6 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Now the state of Iowa, and earlier called in 2016, 6 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. Now in the state of Nevada, it is too close to call. Donald Trump is in the lead, and on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has 224 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 114. It is now 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and stand by for many major projections. Out of the state of California, the biggest prize in the union will go to Elizabeth Warren, 55 electoral votes. Out of the state of Oregon, very big progressive movement here, 7 electoral votes will land with Elizabeth Warren. Out of the state of Washington, 12 electoral votes will go to Elizabeth Warren in a decisive victory. And out of the state of Hawaii, Elizabeth Warren is the projected winner of their 4 electoral votes. Now out of the state of Idaho, Donald Trump the projected winner of their 4 electoral votes. And out of the state of Maine, at large will go to Donald Trump, giving him a total of 3 electoral votes from this state. And out of the state of Florida, 29 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump, an impressive 100,000 vote lead. Donald Trump, the expected winner out of Florida's 29 electoral votes, a huge win for the Trump campaign tonight. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has 259 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 192. It is now 12:57 a.m. Eastern Time. We can stand by for some many major projections. Out of the state of Virginia, Donald Trump is a projected winner of their 13 electoral votes. Out of the state of Wisconsin, 10 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight, a huge retain for the Trump campaign. Out of the state of Colorado, 9 electoral votes will stay in the Democratic column tonight, although it is much closer than in 2016. And out of the state of Minnesota, 10 electoral votes will go to Elizabeth Warren. The progressive movement is helping her in the state, however, it is very close. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump has surpassed the magic number of 270 electoral votes at 282 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 211. Since Donald Trump has passed the 270 needed, this means that Donald Trump has been re-elected President of the United States. Donald Trump will go on to continue his term for another 4 years in the Oval Office. Donald Trump, the expected winner of more than 270 electoral votes, overall giving him re-election of the presidency of the United States. And we can recap on the current electoral map. Donald Trump has 282 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 211. It is now 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. We can now make a state call from the state of Pennsylvania and from the state of Alaska. Out of the state of Alaska, Donald Trump will carry their 3 electoral votes and a big win here. Out of the state of Pennsylvania, a bigger margin for the president here than in 2016. 20 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. And on the current electoral map, Donald Trump is 1 electoral vote away from where he was in 2016 at 305 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 211. It is now 2:15 a.m. Eastern Time, and stand by for the final 2 states to be called. Out of the state of Michigan, Elizabeth Warren will carry their 16 electoral votes. She is a projected winner. This is a flip from 2016. However, it will mean nothing. However, for her path to 270 has been foreclosed by Trump reaching over 270. And out of the state of Nevada, a flip from 2016, 6 electoral votes will land in the Trump column tonight. And on the final electoral map, Donald Trump has 311 electoral votes to Elizabeth Warren's 227. Thank you guys for watching this video, and another huge shout out to Robert's Political Channel for this theme. Again, I've been trying to do one theme for 3 videos, and I'm going to keep continuing that. So this was my final installment of the CNN theme, unless you guys want me to continue using it. Again, huge shout out to Robert's Political Channel for making this theme. It was very helpful. And on my social media is at LTE Updates if you want to contact me personally on Twitter. My Patreon is patreon.com/LTE. Upcoming, I have my face reveal over the weekend and my Alabama Senate update. I want you guys to comment questions you guys might have for me when I do my face reveal, because it will kind of be like a Q&A and me reintroducing myself to you guys. And comment notification squad if you're early in my videos. And click on the left to watch my most recent election night. Subscribe in the center. And click on the right to watch my most popular election night of Donald Trump versus Bernie Sanders. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.